Hey, are you thinking about buying your first home in Minnesota? Have you thought about St. Louis Park? Guess what? They've got a first-time homebuyer program, down payment assistance that goes up to $20,000. It's 0% interest, zero monthly payments, and under certain circumstances, it's forgivable. If you're looking for the St. Louis Park down payment assistance program, you've come to the right place. I'm Peter Lindquist of the Lindquist team. We're going to talk about the St. Louis Park Down Payment Assistance Program. Who is it for? How to qualify, how to get it, and what you need to know. And if you stick around to the end, I've got a bonus feature that can turn this $20,000 into $38,000. Now, as you watch this video, if you like it, even just a little bit, click that little thumb below that says that you like it. And while you're at it, make a comment. If you're moving to St. Louis Park, why? Tell me a little bit about all the information that you're looking for so I can make sure to get you the right answers. And hey, while you're at it, click subscribe and don't forget to click the little bell as well. Okay, let's get right into it. So who is the St. Louis Park Down Payment Assistance Program for? Well, it's designed for first-time homebuyers, but be sure to understand what a first-time homebuyer is. That means that you have not owned and lived in a home that you own within the last 3 years, specifically within the last 36 months. So if you owned a home before then, you're a first-time home buyer again, according to the city of St. Louis Park. Now, the down payment assistance program has kind of two parts. The first part is $15,000, 0% interest, zero monthly payments, as long as that amount is not more than 5% of the purchase price. In other words, if you buy a home at $200,000, that means $10,000 is the maximum assistance. But at $400,000, it's $20,000. Plus, they'll have a kicker, another $5,000 for buyers that fit one of these parameters. They have been currently renting in the city of St. Louis Park for at least the last 6 months, or they go to a job where the employer is based in St. Louis Park and they are employed at least 20 hours a week. And of course, you need to be buying a home that is within the city limits of St. Louis Park. Now, the program is designed for single-family homes, even duplexes, townhomes, condos, as long as that property resides in the city limits of St. Louis Park. What's more, it's actually forgivable if you live in the property for at least 20 years. Now, keep in mind, you don't have to live there for 20 years, but if you do, you don't owe the money anymore. If you move out before those 20 years, then you would need to pay it off. But keep in mind, it's 0% interest, so you really wouldn't want to pay it off until you actually had to. Now, one thing I want to make sure you keep in mind is that it becomes immediately repayable if you sell the home within that 20 years, or if you vacate the home and rent it out. At that point, then you would have to pay back the down payment assistance in full. Now let's talk about how to qualify for the St. Louis Park Down Payment Assistance Program. So there is maximum income limits, and currently that is for a household of 2 people, it's 100% of the area median income. For 3 or more, it's 115% of it. Since that amount changes every year, I'm going to put a link in the description below that has what those area median income limits are. You have to be able to qualify for a conventional loan, FHA or VA as the first mortgage in order to qualify for this program. You have to take a class for first-time homebuyers. I'll put that link in the description below as well. And then finally, there's a minimum contribution due by you, and that's $3,000. So you have to bring to the table at least $3,000. Now, it doesn't have to be all your money. It can be a gift. And get this, they even allow it to be seller-paid closing costs. So if you negotiate a contract where the seller's paying $3,000, that covers your minimum contribution as far as St. Louis Park is concerned. That $3,000 minimum requirement is waived for our veterans. Now, this is just an overview, and once we go through your pre-approval, we'll be able to identify to make sure that you qualify all the way. So that brings me to the last topic, which is how do you get it? Well, you need to work with a lender that actually offers it. I know that might sound obvious, but not all banks, credit unions, or mortgage companies work with down payment assistance programs, or they might work with them, but they don't work with the St. Louis Park like my company does. Now, if you are getting pre-approved through me, then what's happening is I'm pre-approving you for both loans. You can't get the down payment assistance program from a different entity. Whoever does your first mortgage also has to approve you for the down payment assistance loan as well. Now, I promised you a bonus at the end of this video, and here it is. You can actually combine this down payment assistance program with down payment assistance from the Minnesota Housing Finance Agency if you qualify for that program as well. And they've got down payment assistance up to $18,000. So you can actually get up to $20,000 from St. Louis Park and then $18,000 from the state of Minnesota. That's $38,000, 0% interest, zero monthly payments. Talk about a way to really reduce your monthly payment in today's high interest rate environment. You know, if you are a first-time buyer looking in St. Louis Park, this is absolutely a program you'll want to consider. I'm Peter Lindquist with the Lindquist team, and I hope you've enjoyed our video. If you've got any questions, leave a comment in the description below, and you know what? All of my contact information is in the description. Feel free to reach out. Thanks for listening.